Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your NHL preview prediction on all today's games for Sunday, March 13th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your fun day. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner. Alright guys, a little different here on a Sunday edition. Instead of going through all the games one by one, I'm going to do one snapshot of all the games. I'm going to put it all in one file, so this way, and the daylight savings time threw me off this morning, so apologize for that. But we will get you all the games here in one video, so this way, if you do like this format, you know what, this is going to be a good way to gauge it. If you like all the games on one file, please hit that like button, and if have a comment in the comment section, so this way I have a little bit of feedback knowing if you guys like this format. All right, let's kick it off in Pittsburgh between the Penguins and the Carolina Hurricanes. Now, the Pens a -135 favorite. The over-under set at 6.5. ATS forecast, Peter Pick gonna lean with Pittsburgh in this one, 3.2 to 2.7. The over-under at 5.97. Looking at the Penguins' last game, a 5-2 win over the Vegas Golden Knights. That was a couple of nights ago, and they are now 35-24 on the season. Last two games for the Pens have gone over the total, and Carolina coming off a win against the Philadelphia Flyers yesterday. 3-1 was the final. They are 40-17 on the season. My line on the game, I had Pittsburgh at -139, so fair market value. Should be a good one today between the Penguins and the Hurricanes. Now, the Classic is going to be played in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada today. This is an outdoor game in Hamilton between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Buffalo Sabres, so it looks like the Sabres is going to be a home game for them. The Leafs, a huge favorite in this one, -303. My line was -262. 39% chance of this one going over the total, and I do have the final score, 3.3 to 2.8. The over-under at 6.1. Chance of winning does favor the, look at that. That must be a typo, 67% for the Sabres, 35% for the Toronto Maple Leafs, but hey, you never know. Hey, who thought Arizona was going to beat the Leafs the other night? Last four games for Toronto have gone over the total. Montreal Canadiens losing in the shootout last night. Hate to lose in the skills competition, but that's what happened against the Seattle Kraken. 4-3 was the final. Montreal on a two-game losing streak, while Philadelphia, they're coming off that loss to Carolina. 3-1 was the final in that one. They're on a two-game slide. They're 18-39 on the year. Montreal 15-44. That's a pretty bad year for a storied franchise. You know, I always say the Canadiens should be like the Yankees of hockey, right? Of baseball. You know, a team, an organization with a franchise with a lot of history. You look in the rafters, you see all those Stanley Cups. Not acceptable if you're a Montreal Canadiens fan. But 3.2 to 2.5 favoring the Flyers here today. 5.76 is the total, so we do like it to go over the total today in Philly, in the city of brotherly love. All right, Winnipeg taking on the St. Louis Blues. What a crazy game that was yesterday. St. Louis jumped to that 3-0 first period lead, and next thing you know it was 4-4, and then they lost with some empty netters at the end. But Nashville had a touchdown scored on them. St. Louis put a touchdown on Nashville yesterday. Hey, the old Rams are back in the NFL against the Tennessee Titans yesterday in Nashville. But looking at today's game, hell yeah, Winnipeg's in town. Winnipeg played in the St. Louis Blues, and now St. Louis a -147 favorite. The over-under set at 5.5. ATS forecast, Peter Pick gonna lean with the Blues, 3.08, 2.74. The over-under at 5.82. Looking at the chance of winning, does favor the Blues here at 54%, so that looks like it has it right. St. Louis on a two-game win streak, and for the Jets, they're coming off a 5-2 loss to the New York Islanders. Now, Nashville taking on the Minnesota Wild, so good news for Nashville. They don't have a lot of time to think about that loss yesterday against the Blues. They are a underdog in this one. Minnesota -161 favorite. The over-under set at 6.5. ATS forecast, Peter Pick gonna lean with the Wild in this one, 3.7 to 3.1. The over-under at 6.93. So it does like it to go over the total today in Minnesota. Vegas taking on the Columbus Blue Jackets. Now the Vegas Golden Knights, they are on a 3-game slide right now, and they haven't covered the puck line in the 6 games. So what's going on in Vegas these days? They lost Friday night to the Pittsburgh Penguins. 5-2 was the final. And for Columbus, they beat Minnesota 3-2, a 1-goal game right there. And that was good because I think the prior to that game, they got smoked. Was it 6-0? I can't remember who it was, but it was a bad game. I think it was New Jersey. And looking at the line here, -182. Computer Pick, gonna lean with the Golden Knights in this one, 3.7 to 2.3. The over-under at 6.09. Again, Vegas on a 3-game losing streak, 32-28 on the year. While a win today puts Columbus back to 500. They are 29-30 on the season. Anaheim taking on the New York Islanders. The Islanders a 175 chalk. The over-under set at 5.5. ATS forecast, Computer Pick gonna lean with the Islanders in this one, 3.2 to 2.3. The over-under at 5.58. 61% chance of winning here for Anaheim, who lost in a shootout yesterday. That was a fun shootout. I think it went like 8 rounds or something like that. Anaheim now on a 3-game slide, while the Islanders off that 5-2 win over the Winnipeg Jets. That was on Friday night. And they're on a 2-game win streak right now. 23-32 on the season. And my line on the game, I did have the value index favoring the Ducks, so let's see if they can snap that losing streak here today. All right, good one in Colorado between the Calgary Flames and the Colorado Avalanche. -175 is the line here on Colorado. 6.5 is the total. ATS forecast. Computer pick. Going to lead with the Avs in this one. 3.5 to 2.4. The over-under landing on 6. Looking at the chances of winning. 49% chance of winning for the Avalanche, who are on a 2-game losing streak. And I just saw yesterday on the wire that Gabriel Landeskog is going to go for some surgery, so we'll see how long he'll be out. 41-18 on the season, the Avs are, and Calgary, watch out, they could be a dark horse in the NHL playoffs. 35-22 on the season, and again, if they pick up a couple of scores, because we know Calgary, they got a lot of sandpaper. They know this Calgary team is a Brent Sutter team that's geared exactly for the playoffs. They pick up a Claude Giroux type player. Watch out, could be interesting in Calgary. All right, speaking of interesting, Tampa Bay, what's going on with the Lightning these days? A 4-1 loss last night in Edmonton, and for Vancouver, their last game was a 4-3 loss to the Capitals. And looking at the line, -152, the over-under at 6.5. ATS forecast, computer pick, going to lean with the Bolts in this one, 3.2 to 2.7. The over-under at 6.03, so it does like it to go under the total. Tampa Bay now on a 3-game losing streak, so I don't know if that's a reason to be concerned. 37-20 on the year, while Vancouver, they're fighting for their playoff life. 31-30 on the year. And you got an A neutral type team against a B bullish type team in the Raymond Report. And the last game of the evening will be played at the Crypto.com Arena. And we do like the Panthers in this one. 3.8 to 2.5, the over-under at 6.39. Florida coming in as a 2-6-13 favorite. 6.5 is the total, so we do like it to go under the total. Kings off a 5-0 loss to the Sharks, while Florida Panthers beating the Philadelphia Flyers in their last game. That was 2 nights ago. 6-3 was the final. They are 40-18 on the year, having a great year. -252 was my number on the game here tonight, so you can see they're overvalued, but they are on that 5-game win streak, while the Kings losing 5-0 to the Sharks last night. They're on a 2-game slide. All right, there you have it. That's 7 minutes of NHL fun right here on a Sunday fun day. And don't forget, check out that classic. It's going to be a good one in Hamilton between the Maple Leafs and the Buffalo Sabres. And let me know in the comments section if you prefer this type of a report compared to game by game by game. And I would love your feedback on that. In the meantime, shop for value, play those percentages. I'll see you back shortly with another Raymond Report.